You guys already know what it is, man. It's your boy Funkadelic Jones. And if you guys don't know, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to Ghetto Wealthy, man. The only show we keep it raw, we keep it real. We have some good topics, good debates. Like I said, you guys can always hit me up on every social media platform at Funkadelic Jones. I'm everywhere. I'm here for the people. You guys already know it's your favorite podcaster, favorite delivery driver. Hey, man, we doing big things around here, man. So first thing first, I got to always shout out my parent company, Anchor, who distributes my podcast each and every week, each and every Sunday that I go on the air. So you guys already know my podcast runs through there. Anchor's by Spotify, so you guys already know for all my Spotify users, we on Spotify. We live every time we go on the air. Make sure you check us out. And of course, Apple Podcasts, all my iPhone people like myself, we on Apple Podcasts as well. So make sure you guys check me out every Sunday. You guys already know the deal. Let's get down to business. I gotta open this water because it's about to be a good action-packed show here. So first things first. The one thing about me I think that scares a lot of people, when it comes to traditional and comfortable, those are two things that I don't live by. Traditional and comfortable. I don't live by neither one of them. Because me personally, I look at it like this, and again, everybody's mindset is different. Everybody think about things different as well. I got one life to live. Right? I got one life to live. So I can't look at it from a standpoint of I need to live traditional. And let's be real for a second. Number one, the traditional blueprint of, okay, just get a regular job, right? Cool. I think that's the traditional way of looking at things is get a job. Cool. What is the reason that most people get a job outside of it pays their bills? Security. People only get jobs because of the benefits. Outside of getting their bills paid, benefits. That's the only reason why people would stay at a job. Is benefits. They like to feel, like I said, they like to feel comfortable knowing that they get a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks or whatever the case may be. Traditional. And again, for me, I'm not mad at it at all. But I'm not going to lie to you. I know a lot of people, they look, their grandparents, their parents as well, they've worked at companies and they've worked at jobs for 30, 40 plus years. I'm not even going to hold you. I ain't even going to lie to you. I don't see myself working for a company or a job for 30 plus years. I don't care if I have a banging 401k to retire. It don't matter. You never know. They might mess around and snatch 401k and Social Security. They might. You never know. You never know. You know the government nowadays, but I'm not the type of person that will sit at a job for 30 plus years and I'm gonna retire. That's not really, I don't know, I don't see that as a blueprint for myself. And again, a lot of people may fault me for it. A lot of people might say, well, this is the way you're supposed to do it, and this, I get it, traditional. Comfortability, like I get all these things, but when you look at the aspect of we only have one life to live, I don't know, I mean, I don't want to say I'm a person that like to risk it all, but I'm a person that think like I don't like to look at it as in like the what ifs. I don't want to ever look at life as what if. What if I had done this? What if I have done that? What if I had took that move or made that move. What if? I don't ever want to ask myself, what if? You know, when my time is done, ladies and gents, when my time is done, when I'm put 6 feet in the ground, and I look back at life, while my spirit has officially left Earth, I'm a ghost. And if I look back at life and said, yo, I really did that. I really did that. Yo, that's crazy, man. Like, yo, that was a wild time. I can look back and say, I have no regrets. Because sometimes you gotta think about it. People that be stuck at jobs for 20 plus years, 30 plus years, it's kind of like, you've been at this job for how long? Did you at least attempt to move up? So if you just really been a hourly associate for 30 plus years, and you never attempted to move up, I ain't gonna lie to you, that won't sit well with me. You know, like when you see these old ladies, right? They spent 30 years working at Walmart. I'm like, as cool as that sound, I understand, you know, but it's like, you've been here for 30 years. You literally was here in Walmart back in probably the beginning stages of Walmart. And you never decided to leave. You never decided to move up as a manager. You just really sat in Walmart. That's crazy. That's crazy. I had a loss prevention manager, right? My days in loss prevention. She been with the retail store for 30 years. And she said, I plan on retiring here. So you never decided to do anything else but just to be a loss prevention manager. You didn't bump up to move to like the area manager, the state manager, none of that. You literally just sat right here for 30 something years, and that's it. And you ready to retire. You know, I never heard nobody retiring from retail personally myself. I never heard nobody retiring, but more power to you. If it's a thing, it's a thing. You know what I mean? I didn't know there was a retirement. I know there's 401k, but I never really physically heard people retire from retail. I thought they just, you know, I don't know. We're gonna skip along that topic here, but comfortable and traditional is the only reason why a lot of people tend to stay at jobs that long. Because when it's all said and done, are you really gonna look back at your life and say, I really worked at this company right here I worked here for 25 plus years. That's it. And I understand time is gonna change as we get old. You know, as we get older, we move into the future. Like, life might look different. It's 2022. Life may look different in 2032. It might look completely different. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I always tell people is, you got one life to live. You got one life to live. Don't get caught up in the what ifs. You know, don't get caught up in the what ifs, because then now all of a sudden, that's like, what if to me, what ifs is basically regret. You be like, damn, man, I should have did that. Or when somebody have a conversation with me and they just like, man, imagine if we did this. Fam, I don't want to imagine anything. If we gonna do it, we gonna do it. There is no, man, imagine if we stayed consistent. No, we're gonna stay consistent. Man, imagine if we took that deal over here somewhere. Okay, if a deal was offered us over here, cool, we're gonna take it. I get that every opportunity is not a good opportunity. I get all that, 100%. I get every deal is not, every opportunity, every deal is not a good opportunity, it's a good deal. I get all of that. But you never know what's what. You know? You never know. So think about it like this, right? I understand you gotta understand this. Like, our parents and our grandparents, they grew up in a time where social media wasn't even a thing. So I can understand from a parent standpoint or why they would say YouTubers, content creators, social media influencers, gamers, whatever these things are, all these different things, I can understand why they say that's not a real job. I can understand why they say that. Because in their time, there was no such thing as called an influencer, a content creator. These things did not exist in their time. So they don't understand it. So they're still stuck on you are supposed to get a job, have a family, you're supposed to get it so their blueprint is this: go to college, get a job, have kids, retire. That's literally their blueprint. That's the traditional blueprint that they seem to follow. But when you got kids nowadays who are stepping out of that, I don't want to just go get a job and that's it. And that really that's it. Really I'm supposed to just okay, go to college, get a job, have a family, boom. That's it. It literally we all repeating that same cycle is go to college, get a job, have kids. The next thing you're done, here comes the next generation. And it just keep going on. The cycle keep going on and it keep going on and keep going on. That's crazy to think about, right? Until somebody has to step out the box and say, nah. I don't, this traditional method, I'm not with all this. I don't like all this. This traditional is that's it? Nah. Then you got this one person who's gonna step out that box and say, you know what? I'm about to take this chance. I'm about to take this gamble. And again, everybody's not gonna like your move. Some people gonna love it. Some people gonna hate. Some people gonna hate it. Some people are gonna applaud you for it. Some people yo, you making a big move. But then again, it's what if you stepping out proved to be one of the best moves you've ever made? Because you gotta realize when you are trying to create something, you gotta put a little bit of time in it. You gotta put a little bit of money into it. So I'm not telling you if you're creating a business, quit your job. No, I'm still saying have definitely still keep that and use it as a resource. Because I tell people this all the time. This is something I always say. If you want to stay at a job for 20 plus years, make sure you are putting yourself in a position to continue to grow in the company. Because if you are just there just to be there, you're wasting time. But I tell people this all the time. It don't matter what job you go to. Use your job as a stepping stone for something better. Use what you learned at a job. I understand most of my field of work was security. But how do you think I moved up to different security spots? I started in Ross. I was only making by the time I left Ross, I was only making $11. How do you think I went from going from Ross to TJ Maxx making $15 an hour? This is why I no disrespect to people that make $15 an hour, but I made $15 an hour 2016. That's why when a job be trying to be we only pay 15, 16. I can't lie to you, boss. I made that about 5-6 years ago. I can't even help you no more on that one. For real. Even 17 at this point, even 18 at this point. These numbers and stuff that I made years ago. 2-3 years ago, okay, $18. Bro, that was a long time ago. I can't help you no more. But just looking at it like that, how do you think I went from TJ Maxx to now I went to security company, now I went to another security company, to another security? How do you think I used every skill, every stepping stone that I took from each security position, whether it was loss prevention or regular security, and I applied it to the next. And I applied it to the next. And I applied it to the next. Because at the end of the day, I was imagine, I can only say to myself, imagine if I never left Ross, right? Because at the time I was working at Ross, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a superstar. Like, had the store eating out the palm of my hands. Everybody know me, like, ran the building type of thing. I wasn't no bad employee, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I was like Mr. Do It All as loss prevention. But what if I let that have stayed in my mind and I'm just like, yo, I'm never leaving this joint. Like, I got it made, I got it sweet, now you stuck in that comfort zone. Now you in that box. You know? What if I never left? Then what? Where would I be now? Still working at Ross? Really? Still working at Ross, like that wouldn't sit well for me. I understand now I'm 29. Couple of months I just turned 29 this year, but next year I'll be 30. And I know I looked at life backwards. Like they say, like grind hard in your 20s, so in your 30s you ain't gotta work that hard. You know what I mean? I'm a little late to the party, but it's never too late to start anything though. It's never too late. It's like, this is why I always say, like, man, set yourself up. When you look at like content creators, right? And to all the parents out there who be like, oh, that's not a real job. Understand this, they're using each platform as an opportunity to keep building. I know some of these parents don't know, but I'm gonna just break it to you. Like, before Instagram before TikTok, right? TikTok was known for all like the skits and all that. We had Vine back in the day. You literally seen people that was on Vine go from Vine to Instagram to TikTok. Now they doing like Netflix movies. You look at people like DC Young Fly, y'all watch him on Wild 'N Out. This man literally started from roasting people on the internet. Now he got albums. Now he on Wild 'N Out. Now he got a whole podcast, a whole show. That's what I said. You take every skill set and opportunity and you just apply it and keep going. It's not like he just stopped. It's not like he was just, I'ma just keep roasting people on the internet. Nah, because again, that would have been his comfort zone. Because that was what he was mostly known for. That bring that ass here, boy. That's what he was known for. But what if what if he had just stuck in that box? Would we even know DC Young Fly the way that we know DC Young Fly now? Probably not. Because we'd have been like, oh yeah, he used to roast people on the internet. And his time that came and gone. That's why I said like he kept moving. That's why I say with jobs, if you just like stay in this one box, you're gonna miss out. Instead of you just be like, okay, I got this opportunity. Now I'm gonna move to the next opportunity. Now I'm gonna move to the next opportunity. Now I'm gonna keep diversifying my opportunities to keep the train going. That's how you are supposed to keep it going. That's how you are supposed to keep it going. Understand this, ladies and gents. You guys may know me as Funkadelic Jones, like the podcaster. Like I'm coming on here and talking to you guys every week. You guys might know me for that. But understand this, I'm more than just a podcaster. I'm more than just a podcaster. Like I go from podcasters, I do like little motivational speech. I do semi TikTok skits. I do semi voiceovers. Again, the world is going to know Funkadelic Jones more than just, oh, that's that podcaster. Understand this, that's called diversifying who I am as a person. That's how it is. Some people may label me as like, yeah, you a semi-influencer. I've heard that before. I don't personally see myself as a semi-influencer. I'm just a dude who uses his skill set and keep things going. I go from podcasts to skits. Like you gotta understand how my mindset works. You feel me? I do my podcast. I work on my other podcast, Basement Friday. Make sure you guys check that out. I gotta do a post. I gotta do a post on I run 3 YouTube channels. Run 3 of them. I run 3 YouTube channels, man. I gotta make sure I post my podcast. I gotta make sure I post something on my regular page. You know, because I do DoorDash and because I drive DoorDash and Uber Eats, I make sure I go in there and post content for those people to help them out. So you see how diversified that I am. My talent goes everywhere. It's not just me just being in one place, in one box. You know, if I had time to get back on the game and stream a little bit, understand this. This is why I take my talents and diversify in each section. I still got a book that needs to come out, that still needs to get done. I gotta work on that. You got to understand why I keep all my avenues open. That's how you gotta realize that I do not get comfortable. This is one saying that I always say: 9 to 5 is not gonna make you rich. A 9 to 5 is not gonna make you rich. Your skills is going to make you rich. This is why I said learn a skill. People that don't never step out and try to do nothing, they don't have a skill. They don't have a skill. So they stick to what they know because they don't have a skill. This is why I say learn a skill. Master something. You see me come on here every day doing a podcast. This, to some people, they may think that's not, doing a podcast is not really a skill. Some people are not comfortable talking in front of a camera for 20 to 40 minutes or even an hour an episode. Some people are not comfortable. Some people will legit sit on the camera and just look at you and be like, yeah, nah. They won't say anything because they are not comfortable on the camera. This is why I say learn a skill. I dip and dab into investments. That's a skill to master. All right, that's not something that you're gonna learn like that. You gotta know when to put your money in, when to pull your money out. Oh, the market is low. Do I need to buy more? Do I need to put in more? Or I'm good, right? That's a skill. That is a skill, ladies and gents. I did a video about this where I was saying learn a skill, and I said even painting, and they was like, nah, fam, dude not gonna get, I said nobody not gonna get rich on painting. I said, nigga, when? I said trust and believe. If you are a painter and you painting something and there's an art collector, they'll be like, yo, I want to buy your paint for $15,000. You might think your paint now, you paint like, yo, you want $15,000 for this? Shoot, knock yourself out. Have at it. Have at it. You feel me? And this is what I also use too. I also use this may not, a lot of people might say like, oh, you can't use as an example, but forget it. I'm gonna throw it out there anyway. Everybody play The Sims, right? Everybody has played The Sims, right? Okay. When you play The Sims, how do your sim get rich? With their skills. I can tell you like this right now. When I play The Sims, my Sims be in that joint, they might work, but they write books. My Sims write books, they create content, they I can't even remember the other stuff they got on there. But again, that's how they start getting rich over time. So that's what I tell people. I understand I'm not applying everyday life to a video game because that's different. It's easier that way. But I'm using to the point, I'm using as an example of this is how you should move your life around. Learn a skill. Don't rely on 9 to 5. 9 to 5 is just a guaranteed paycheck. If that's what you banking off of, oh, I'm banking off this guaranteed paycheck every week. That's cool, that's fine, more power to you. I'm not mad at you. But you got to realize and understand that comfortability, that traditional and that comfortability is what's gonna hurt you the most. You at this job because it's comfortable. I rest my case by saying this. You guys can live comfortable if you want to. For all my people out here that's doing their thing, like, look, man, this 9 to 5, this working stuff is cool, but this ain't where I want to be for the rest of my life. I can't even be mad at you. I salute you. TikTokers, content creators, YouTubers, comedians, athletes, musicians. You want to know why they make so much money, ladies and gents? People are paying for their skill. People are paying for their skill. Steph Curry make all that money because what? My man can shoot out the gym. That's a skill. Can you shoot that far? You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes can chuck a football probably like 60, 70 yards down the field. Can you chuck a football that far? Just saying, he making all that money, just saying, off of what? Of a skill. He plays quarterback, ladies and gents. That's why I say, man, learn a skill, get a skill. As far as all my people that's living comfortable and traditional, I can understand it. And again, I'm not gonna be mad at you. But for all my people out here, just like, look, man, I gotta be out here getting this money. If you got that mindset of, look, when it's all said and done, I want my family being well taken care of, bro. I want generational wealth done. For all my people like that, I rock with you guys, man. With that being said, it's your boy Funkadelic Jones signing out. I'm gone, y'all. Peace.